Welcome back to Herb the Nerd and today's Moneyball episode. Today we talk about contracts and the most important rule number one, net wage spend must be managed. So how do we manage net wage spend and how do we look at performance-based pay? And does it work in Football Manager? I think it might do. Woohoo! So today's episode, we're going to go through and look at contracts, how I approach contracts, how I manage contracts, keep stuff in my head and keep it simple about what we should be offering, and a look at performance-based pay and how you can use that to limit contracts, but also try and gear your team towards winning things, which is great. Before we get into it, if you're liking this series so far, make sure you hit that like button on this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell and catch up with the rest of the episodes that have already dropped out around the Moneyball series before we get into today's one. And also, if you want to catch us live on Twitch as we play the series, we're in season 4 already. We're live Mondays and Wednesdays on Twitch. Details down below on how you can follow on the Twitch channel to catch me live. Ask me any questions you have about any of the Moneyball stuff. I love talking about it. So should we jump into contracts then? So there's a few big things. This is one of the areas that I do actually drag data out of FM just for my own, quick reference. But you could easily just note it down in the notebook as well. So I think we're going to jump straight into the game from the off. I think this is a better chance. So, another screen, a player squad screen, Herb's contracts. I should have renamed it Moneyball contracts or something like that, shouldn't I? That would have been smart. But this one will also be available for download if you want to download the squad screen for contracts. So this is how I quick look at who we're paying what money to. So I can have a look at here, the value of players, when their expiry limits are, so who I need to look at signing contracts on, not let them run down too late, because then players hold me over a barrel rather than me being able to hold those over a barrel, which is very important, as well as who we're paying the most to, and things like appearance fees, and then performance-based pay. I'm gonna stop clicking on buttons now. So this just gives me a quick view. I can do it as well and look at just certain sections. So I'm looking at goalkeepers, how much we pay to goalkeepers, defenders, using the standard filters. But really getting an idea of, okay, what's our wage looking like at the moment? We only have a 24-man squad, I think it is at the moment. 25-man squad, very light for the seasons we've had before. So how much are we paying? How's the average salary going? Are we increasing it too much? We've had a few players come in. Timmy Abraham was very cheap to buy, but his wage was quite expensive, coming from a slightly higher performing club in Plymouth, which is annoying. So we've had to balance him off and try and bring him down as much as possible. So we're only spending big in a few players. And then if players aren't performing and are still on those higher contracts, how do we kind of get rid of them to enable us to reinvest? A lot of the times we'll get a player will increase his contract as he stays with us for a bit, and then we look to sell him on, replace him with someone with a much lower contract, and we start the cycle again. So one way we are looking at minimizing or keeping this wage cost down is to use things like the bonuses. So we have, let me also all the columns. Will that work? It should do. We have things like goal bonuses. So which for some reason isn't loading. Brilliant. Good news. So we'll have a look at goal bonuses. Who we give goal bonuses to? We give them out as much as possible. Definitely to the attacking and supporting units. Goal bonuses and high goal bonuses will let us bring down wage. And of course, goal bonus is a performance-based pay. So a goal and an assist bonus, a clean sheet bonus as well for all defensive units. The higher those are, the less you can usually get away with a contract on. And they only get paid out if your team's performing well. So if you're winning, you'll be spending more money on wages, but you're winning. So that's good. You should be pushing yourself up the table. If you're losing and not performing so well, that wage cost is down. So again, your fixed wage, your kind of basic salary and appearance fee, I would kind of count as basic, is controlled. And then the top part, your variable cost on your wages is based on performances. So when it's high, it's because you're performing well. If you're scoring goals and your players are scoring goals, I don't mind paying for them, right? I don't mind paying a bit more because their wage they're making up, they're actually earning their wage by doing their job. So defensive unit are getting clean sheets, attacking unit, supporting unit getting assists, and attacking unit getting goals. So I set my goal bonuses, assist bonuses, clean sheet bonuses quite high on my contracts in an attempt to knock the wage down. I use this view to get an idea. So if I'm looking at goal bonuses, where do they roughly sit? They actually, for my better players before, we're sitting around the £400, £500 mark. Timmy Abraham has blown out of the water. But to be fair to lad, on a £950 goal bonus, he scored 11 in 9. So it's it's pretty good. He's earning a bit of money. Assist bonus is the same, just to judge that I'm not overpaying on it. Because when you put in a new bonus, it'll put it in at like £1,000. Use this to judge whether you should be knocking it down to. Who are they like? Who are they going to replace? What are the other players around them getting in bonuses? That'll help you make sure you're managing the cost without getting caught out by a player. It'll also help you make the tough decisions about saying no sometimes on contracts. And then we've got things like top scorer bonuses, season landmark bonuses, season landmark assist bonuses. I set them in for a lot of the big players as well. I've actually been upping them a fair bit to say when you get to your 10 goals, when you get to 15 goals, when you get to 20 goals, setting regular bonuses on them that says really go out and push. I found in the first season when I set them for 2 of the freebie players I got, they had quite large 10 goal bonus and a 10 assist bonus, and I ended up with the top goal scorer in the league and the top assist maker in the league. So the bonuses do seem to push the players a little bit. Make sure you're putting stepped ones in, because if they get to 10 and just stop, that'll be annoying. So you're setting them for 10, it's a certain amount, then they top it up as the more they go. They do tend to want their lowest one to be the highest. So you'll be paying like $7,000 for a 10 goal bonus, maybe 3.5 for a 15. Where I tried to flick it the other way before. It doesn't always work on contracts. They want big for the initial hurdle and then smaller top-ups the further they go. But use the bonuses. Any of those bonuses you put in enable you to bring the average wage down. We've been looking at optional extensions and bits now in contracts to also try and limit the wage. I did hint about taking data out. So this screen, I do remove data from Football Manager. So if you hit the options button and you hit print screen and then you send it out to a web file or a text file, you can import it into Excel. Hashtag excitement. I will show you the Excel spreadsheet now, because why the hell not? So what we do is we pull this contract data in. There's a little bit of formatting you have to do. If you have used Excel anywhere before, it's very easy to do, just removing some characters, which gets it into this format, which enables me to look at the KPIs for the squad. So what I keep is just a simple running table of the squad size at 2 points during each of the seasons, and the total wage, and therefore the average wage of those players. So what's the total wage of my squad? What's the average wage? So you can see for this season we're about to start, we lost a lot of players. We went from 27-man squad to a 24-man squad. But because of Timmy coming in, the actual average wage per player, although the total wage came down, average wage per player went up. So it's something to watch for, that with a smaller squad, we're paying him a lot more. But I have to lose players to manage that net wage. So what I've been trying to do is just manage that net wage as much as possible and track performance. Our league performance has actually been fairly steady. We've been making money on transfers, and we've been maintaining league wage performance, net wage performance, but we haven't been going anywhere in the league. We've finished around 10th for 3 seasons. This is the season that we're trying to invest in the right areas, we think, to push and try and get that promotion place. So it just gives you a way of checking yourself before you go in. I would say, again, for contracts, very underutilized tool, I think, in this first, in this new game tool or feature, is to right-click a player, ask the agent about availability. Okay, what they're going to want. Like Donga, we looked at him before as a forward. He's quite a good forward. We didn't need one at the moment, so we might just keep him on a short list to keep track of him. He wants 1.1k. How does that fit him? Well, it fits okay if I'm going to bring in a backup striker, but where's he going to sit? So using the agents as well to understand how much you're going to roughly want. Don't overextend yourself on contracts. Net wage is the most important thing. If you bring someone in for too much money, you don't think you can sell him, it's going to be bad. I would question the Timmy one. I questioned myself on 5250. It goes in above Adam Phillips. I've already been thinking about selling Adam Phillips because I couldn't get him on a contract. I left it long enough. I managed to sort it, but he necessarily, for that much wage and for his value, I should be looking to maybe sell him on now. He's going to ask for more money next time he wants a new contract. He's worth money now. If I can move him on and bring in another player I've got knocking around for central midfield, it will save me that problem of net wage when he tries to push a bit more, try and push a bit more. Timmy, we managed to buy him for a lot less. We bought him for 130k. He's already worth 300 and he's 22 years old. If he carries on his goal scoring form, I'm assuming bids are going to come in for him. I'm going to need to sell him as well. So it's about balancing that off in your mind, bringing in some younger players. If I did get rid of players that were on a bit more money, if an Adam Phillips did go, that I'd be bringing in a central midfielder that's on a lot less to slot in to try and keep that cycle, the kind of life cycle of a player going through position, getting a lot of money being sold, bringing in someone down below and starting that cycle again. So you're always maintaining that wage, because it is the number one most important rule. keep your wage cost under control, keep your fixed cost under control. And therefore, when you're going forward, you won't be overspending or overcommitting. So that is really how the contracts are run. There's nothing more intricate than that. Trying to get your guys signed on long contracts for low wages by using performance-based pay. Give it a go. Try add in. Maybe try a little bit A/B testing. Give one of your strikers a higher goal bonus. Try and knock his salary down. Give him those season landmark bonuses as well. See if it does improve his performance. I have seen some improvement. The players that have them seem to perform well and seem to hit those bonuses. Rather than the ones that do not. So I think it has some impetus. If you're trying to drive a team forward to use some performance-based pay, it helps bring that fixed cost down of your net wage, keeps your wage budget in control. Because the worst thing you can do is get out of control of wage budget, especially with a couple like MK Dons who have financial issues at the start anyway. So I'm not getting all of my transfer funds. I'm constantly having to sell players just to keep the club grinding on. But hopefully this season is the one we go up on. But I will leave it there. If you have enjoyed, smash the like button, hit the subscription and notification bell on this video. Join us live on Twitch Mondays and Wednesdays to catch this live. Ask me any questions you want on Twitch. Ask me any questions you want in the comments down below. And I will see you back for the next video. But we'll be talking about team selection. So how we use how we use statistics to drive team selection and the tactics we pick based on a kind of a Moneyball approach as well. But I'll leave it there. Have a great day. I'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.